LTLRs, long-term loving relationships. When you get into a long-term relationship scenario and you open up the doors, the floodgates to the pair bonding effect, start having sex with somebody. So there's all this biological imperative for you to be pair bonded to them. But also if you're having sex with somebody, then that person becomes a source of pleasure. Your limbic system obviously is going to associate certain experiences with pain or pleasure, and it's quite binary. It's 0, 1, yes, no, pain, pleasure, generally speaking. But we will also become bonded to sources of pleasure very, very quickly, quite simply because life is fairly tough and maybe there's not that much pleasure around. You're pair bonded to each other, and it's not on the basis of anything other than you're basically giving each other a fun ride. But that's not the basis for a long-term enterprise of a long-term relationship. Oh, how do you not cheat? And I was like, it never occurred to me. If everything was going fine, never even crossed my mind. Boring is not one of the adjectives I would use. You must have the biological process of pair bonding kicking off. You must be going through the same things that most men and women do. If you're a girl and you're in love with another girl, two of my close friends I saw, and they went through the same process, the same trajectory, the same arguments as a man and a woman would go through. Is it natural for us to want to be with somebody? I think so. I found it easier to make money because you're making money for something that is more than you. If you think of them as chemicals, happiness and peace chemicals will only be released if you're in a long-term loving relationship. You might need to have kids. We've been told, marriage is an ancient institution and this is how it's worked for a long time, blah, blah, blah. And it's not necessarily true. We get to choose. We're lumbered with the fucking burden of choice. A long-term loving relationship is not synonymous with marriage. Some marriages are long-term and they are loving. Many marriages are not. They are short-term and not loving. I think life is more fun with another person. I think it is more enjoyable. There is more motivation. There is more excitement there. Keep your perspective. It's just the internet. It's just ideas. To quote Louise L. Hay, it's just a thought, and a thought can be changed.